What is up, guys? So today I wanted to talk about how to block out negative thoughts from your mind, because I noticed in the beginning of my self-development, when I started to get into law of attraction and try to reprogram my mind. If you want to reprogram your mind, if you want to have a positive mindset and you want to change the way you think, you want to be more positive, you want to start the process of self-development and change your life to a better one, then when you start the process, it's really hard to keep the negative thoughts out of your mind, because in your mind, when you haven't gone through self-development and you haven't grown mentally, spiritually, emotionally, learned how to control your emotions, it's harder to control those thoughts that you have when you haven't undergone self-development, when you are at a low vibration, maybe not as a high point in your life. It's hard to block out those negative thoughts. Why? Because we're used to thinking more about things that worry us, thoughts that are triggered by fear, thoughts that are triggered by worry, thoughts that are triggered by things that we don't want to happen. And we keep thinking about those thoughts. We keep thinking these things over and over again. And as you know, or as we already know, or as you are learning, you know that we try to do the opposite of this. You will attract what you focus on. So if you keep thinking these things in your mind, and if in your mind you keep thinking these thoughts of worry and fear and anxiousness and thoughts of lack, things that you don't have, and focusing on that, you're gonna get more of that. So we want to stray away from that type of thinking, of that type of mindset. And that's when I was going through my self-development and everything, the hardest thing for me was to get rid of those negative thoughts. So what I learned to do was, there's several ways, there's several things that you can do to block negative thoughts. Now, there's things that you can do if you're not like stuck at work or somewhere else, you know, that you can't do these things. I'll give you a different option of things that I would do when I was somewhere else or driving or whatever the case. But first, I'll give you the things that I would do, like let's say if I was home. So one of the ways that I would use to block negative thoughts is meditation. I did research on meditation. I kind of learned like what are the basics of meditation and how to do it. I'm gonna do a video about that in the next coming videos. There's so many things that I want to talk about, right, that I have experienced and gone through myself, and I want to share with you guys because I want to give you the information and the knowledge and show you and talk to you about my experience. So anyway, that'll be coming up sometime in the future. So meditation is so important. It's pretty much meditation is controlled breathing. That's what it's pretty much about, but it's so much more than that. But meditation equals controlled breathing. Now, when you do controlled breathing, you're in a state of peace. You're in a state of stillness. So your mind is still. You pretty much let go of everything in your mind, anything on your mind, anything going on, and you just be still. And you just focus on your breathing. And there's different breathing techniques that people use. There's different ways that people stand, people sit, people lay down. Everybody's different. You just got to find what's comfortable for you. And, you know, we'll talk about that in the near future. So meditation, very important, and that is a good way to block out negative thoughts. Another one is water. Now, I just did a video not too long ago about what you can do in the shower in the morning and at night. That's really important to kind of reset yourself and reprogram yourself and refresh your mind, and let any fear, worry, and negativity, negative energy, negative thoughts out of your mind, out of your body, out of sight. And that's really important. And water has memory. Water has such a powerful energy that cleanses you. And I'm not only talking about like it cleans you, like, no, like I'm talking about when it comes to the mind, it also cleanses, and it's so important. You can do your research. So meditation, water, also one that people don't really think about to block out negative thoughts. One important one for me is spend time in nature. Now, I know you're like, what the heck are you talking about? Spend time in nature, meaning spend time outdoors. Try to spend time, like, not in the city, like I'm talking about nature where there's trees and bushes and animals and birds. Somewhere, maybe like the beach, maybe there's a lake, maybe there's a forest, maybe like the state park. Somewhere where there's a lot of greenery, a lot of trees. Nature and trees also have such powerful energy. And just being there and breathing the fresh air is going to be so refreshing for you. Why do you think so many people go on vacation and they go to the beach and they go to these state parks and they go and see these waterfalls? And they think, oh my God, it was so peaceful. I had the best time of my life. And then they go back to their normal, lives, always from home to work, from work to home to the gym, and they don't really spend time in nature. Well, your vacation isn't that it was so awesome, and isn't that the only time you were at peace was when you went on vacation. No, you were at peace when you were on vacation because you were actually spending time in nature, and people don't realize this. You spend time at the beach, you stuck your toes, you stuck your feet in the sand. When you walk outside barefoot, walk in the grass barefoot, not only are you, spending time in nature, but now you're connecting to the universe. You are connecting to that energy, and it's even more powerful when you are barefoot, or you are skin to skin, you are sitting down on the floor in the grass, or whatever the case may be, on rocks, near a waterfall. You're in the beach, so obviously people that go to the beach, you're putting your, you don't take off your sandals, you're walking in the sand, you're walking on the beach in that fresh ocean. So people have that perception like, oh, I only have peace and I got to reset and I got to feel like this cleansing when I went on vacation. No, you need to spend time in nature, and you don't have to go on vacation to do that. So that's a very important one that people don't realize. Like, I literally have a therapy session of peace and calmness watering my grass. It's so therapeutic for me. Why? It's probably because I'm outside. I'm getting a breeze. I'm hearing the birds. The leaves on the palm trees are like, flowing and also making like a sound and music, and, all of that together. It is therapeutic. And you might think it's like whatever, but if you really sit there and stand outside and get that view and pay attention to what I'm saying, you're gonna understand and you're gonna have that peace. So that's a really important one, to block out negative thoughts. Spend time in nature. Try it. Trust me, you will not regret it. And if you've been outside, you're like, I'm outside all the time, I don't feel these things. That's because your mindset or your thoughts are in the wrong place. You really need to just let your thoughts, empty out your thoughts, empty out your mind, and just try to be in a peaceful place. And I promise you, you will get there. So let's see, we talked about meditation, we talked about spending time in nature, water. Another thing is crystals. They block out a lot of negative energy. See, I have one like here. I wear one. Sometimes people buy crystals to put in their house as decoration. They're not just buying it because it looks pretty. There are reasons behind it. Crystals have energy and block out negative energy, and so that's another one. Another one is burning essential oils or burning incense, or having like essential oils. You can burn essential oils like in candles or in airwick things, or you can also have like the little bottles that you put some on like in your temples or wherever you want to put it, that makes you feel like relaxed. So that's another one. But let's say you're at work or something, like another way to quickly block out negative thoughts that I learned that I can do at any time, any place, wherever I'm at, wherever I go, something quick and easy is when I catch myself, and you have to learn to catch yourself, and it's gonna take time, but you will get it. You will learn to catch yourself thinking or having a thought that is negative, that is fear, something you fear, you're worrying about something. It's something you should not have on your mind. So to block it out or get rid of it, what you do is, you're thinking of one negative thing, replace that with 3 positive things. Think of 3 positive things that you have going on for you, that you have going on in your life, that you are trying to achieve. For example, when I catch myself, I'm worrying about something or thinking about something too much that maybe is not such a positive thought. Gratitude, obviously, is the biggest blocker of bad or negative thoughts or negative energy, right? Giving thanks for what you have, being grateful for something. So I will either think of 3 things that I'm grateful for, like I'll block out this negative thought, thinking about 3 things that I have, like, wow, I have this beautiful house, I have this wonderful roof over my head, and not only that, it's a beautiful home, it's huge, it's spacious, it's warm, it's peaceful. Like, I think about all that. I think about, like, I'm so blessed of the location where I live. I'm so blessed because all of us are healthy. Like, I think of 3 things that I'm grateful for, or I think of 3 things that are so positive in my life, which is kind of the same thing. But that is the way that I block that out. And now all of a sudden I'm thinking about other things. I'm thinking about things that are positive, things that are great, things that I'm thankful for, things that I got going for me, I got going in my life. And another way is thinking of, one of my favorite is thinking of 3 things that you want. So either 3 things that are positive in your life that are going for you, 3 things that you're grateful for, or just family. Aren't we grateful for family? We're grateful for health. There's so many things we're grateful for. Or 3 things that you want. That is a good one, because that just puts a smile on your face when you're thinking about something that you want and you visualize yourself. Like, let's say there's a car that you want, and you think about what you want, like you think about that car. Now that negative thought is like so long gone. And not only are you thinking about what you want, let's say the car that you want, but now you're visualizing shopping around for it at the dealership. You're visualizing getting inside and checking everything out, and you can smell it, you can feel it, you can touch it, you can see it, and you're taking it for a test drive, and maybe you already see it like parked in your driveway and you're washing it. Like, the most important thing when you think about what you want is visualize you having it in your possession. Whatever the case may be. And maybe it's like a promotion or another job that you'd like to have. Visualize yourself working with that headset on at the computer, or whatever the case may be. So those are my favorite 3 like things that are pretty much similar and kind of connected, intertwined together, that are like quick and easy to block out a negative thought. Think of 3 positive things to block out that 1 negative thought. Think of 3 things you're grateful for to block out that 1 negative thought. Or think of 3 things that you want. That's going to automatically put a smile on your face. And not only that, but you're going to start thinking of making ways to happen because that's what the subconscious mind does. You keep thinking about this thing that you want, and you keep visualizing yourself with it or it already happening, and the subconscious mind is going to start making you take steps and take action towards making it happen, because you're giving it no other choice, because you repeatedly put it in your head, put it in your head, put it in your head, put it in your head. So those are ways that I have learned, and it's taken me months to learn all that, but I wanted to share that with you guys because I think it was so hard for me, and it took me a long time to get it down packed. And it's so important, because what you focus on the longest grows the strongest. So we'll see you in the next one.